Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. So, let's start off with Allie and Lonnie. Because they're both pregnant, the explosion happened, and they're pretty much kind of worried about them and their babies. So, they take them to the hospital. Xander takes Allie to the hospital and impresses Sarah. And so, for 40 minutes, we're both there, they're both worried about their babies. Lonnie a little bit more because they found some spotting in her, and Allie also because she fainted. Turns out that both of their babies are fine. And let's talk a little about Allie and Will. The reason why I bring them up is because, I don't know, it's something about Will, the way when he talks to Allie, and he talks about our baby and stuff like that, and he says, hey, listen, no matter what you decide, I'm going to back you 100%. And she's like, are you sure? And he's like, yes. And they hug, and you can look on Will's face, and you can tell that that's just a straight up lie. And, even in the church, he's like, oh, are you okay? Is the baby okay? And it's just like, I don't know, for whatever reason, it just like, it came across as off to me. It's like, oh, is the baby okay? Because, if he is, then I still may be the baby, I still may adopt the baby, right? Like he's more worried about, I feel a lot of times whenever he talks, he's more worried about, the adoption being his, as opposed to just, her concerns and just kind of like looking out for his little sister. As far as the baby's concerned, I'm not saying that that's not a concern. And truth be told, I don't think that he's doing it on purpose, like subconsciously, like consciously. But I think subconsciously, it's like that's what he's thinking about. So for me, it just comes across, I don't know, a little kind of greasy. But yeah, it looks like Sarah and Xander is getting get back together, because she was really impressed with Xander as far as, carrying Allie to the hospital and everything like that. And, it's just one of those things where it's like, he didn't think about it, there was no hesitation. He just did what he had to do, he just did the right thing. And so it looks like they're going to be getting back together. So if, the people that are Sarah and Xander fans, things are looking up. Let's talk about Ben and Ciara. So for 40 minutes, they are digging through this rubble, whatever, to try to find Ben. And Ciara is just like, I'm not leaving. And with everything said and done, Ben isn't even there. They go through the last piece of rubble, and he is just not there. So at this point, it's like, where did he go? You gotta sit there and remember, he was closest to the blast more than anybody. So, it's just like, what is going on? I mean, I kind of had some theories or whatever, like maybe he got knocked out, he couldn't remember who he was, and you just start wondering. I mean, I don't know, I guess we're gonna find out. At some point. Let's talk about Gabby and Jake. They actually had a nice moment. In the beginning, Gabby, I guess, sprained her ankle. And Jake took her back to her house. And throughout the whole time, when she was sitting down or whatever, she was being bratty to Jake. But then she apologized later on. They had a good moment. Gabby told Jake about, the siblings, the family and stuff like that, and they just had a good talk. Jake is starting to soften up to Gabby because, I think he's starting to realize, like, yeah, Gabby has her faults. She could be a pain in the ass. But underneath all that stuff, like, she's could be a person that just, she's a person that wants love like everyone else, has a good heart. Even though she's done a lot of bad stuff, she has a good heart. You know, she's capable of love. You know, she had a very deep love with this Stefano guy. So, like, you know, you're starting to see her in a bit of a different light. And I gotta be honest, I'm somewhat kind of seeing her in a different light too. I still find some of the stuff that she does kind of annoying, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The way that Jake is kind of like seeing her for more than just, you know, a pain in the ass, I'm kind of starting to see her that way too, a little bit. Um, yeah, they had a good moment, and yeah, I don't know where this is gonna go. I feel like they're going to start to slowly build a romance with Gwen being, you know, in the mix or whatever. So, love triangle. Um, yeah. So that, honestly, to tell you the truth, that was literally the episode. It was a very self-contained episode because it didn't really deal with a lot of other stories. Yes, you had Will talk to Allie about the adoption and stuff like that, but everything was centered around the explosion, around the church, around Ben and Ciara's wedding. So what I'm gonna do is, hold on, not really a Q&A, but more some talking points that a new subscriber wanted me to talk about. And again, thank you very much for the comment, for subscribing, and for your feedback. I really appreciate it. I can't pronounce that that name, so I'm just not gonna try. But you know who you are. First of all, I don't think that Claire did it. I don't think that Claire was the one that set up the bomb. Hell, at one point, you know, Jake was feeling kind of guilty because he was like, you know, is this like mob related or whatever? And Gabby was like, you have a huge ego in you. To sit there and think that they're gonna, you know, decide to kill you there in front of a whole bunch of people, with a whole other bunch of people and collateral damage. So I'm not gonna lie, even when she said it, I did kind of laugh. No, I don't think that Claire did it. I really feel. Oh hell, actually, to tell you the truth, now I think about it, I don't know. I feel that it is from somebody from Ben's past, either his dad or somebody else. Super couple. I gotta agree with you. Steve and Kayla definitely seem like they're the super couple of this show. I don't know. I don't think they're on the same level as, like, let's say Luke and Laura, but they definitely are the super couple of this show, just like Sunny and Carly are the super couple of GH. I don't know. As far as a good couple, I guess. Because she asked me about, you know, does, you know, Ben and Ciara make a good couple? And I don't really know. I wasn't there for the build-up. I kind of just, you know what I'm saying, like, I really started watching the show, like, maybe a month ago. So I'm probably, like, 2 months into it. I don't know. I can't really answer that, you know. I'm just trying to read the question real quick. Hold on. So, I think from what I understand is, you know, you're pretty much there asking, like, you know, my thoughts on the town pretty much kind of ganging up on Gabby, you know. And I mean, the way I look at it, and from what other people have told me, is that Gabby will be, how do I sit there and put it? Gabby is a product of her environment. So a lot of bad stuff has happened to Gabby, and as a result, she lashes out. You know, you sit there and say that Abby's fake. You know, how she screwed her over and stuff like that. It's pretty much kind of like a tit for tat sort of thing. Gabby has done some terrible things from the history that I read and from what people have said on the show. But, you know, it's one of those things where it's like she gives as good as she's giving, you know. It's a tough question. I can't really answer that. unfortunately, like, truthfully, just because, again, I haven't really watched the show that long. I mean, yeah, I can definitely see her being bitter for the stuff that has been done to her and why she lashes out at people. But then sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to sit there and say two wrongs don't make a right, but it's one of those things where it's like, and I get it's because it's a soap opera, so I can kind of like, whatever with logic a little bit, but like, just because bad stuff has happened to you doesn't give you the right to sit there and go out and trash other people's lives. Just because you had a troubled past, it doesn't give you the right to sit there and screw over other people. I feel like that's probably the best way I could sit there and answer that, and I don't really feel like I'm fully qualified to really answer that about Gabby because, one, let's be honest, I'm somewhat biased about her because, well, she just kind of comes across as annoying. And I've said that multiple times in my reviews, but I'm trying to like see her character from a different point of view. So yeah. Okay. One other thing. By the way, I hope I really kind of like talked about those talking points or whatever, because I do like to, if somebody asks me a question or asks me to talk about certain talking points, I hope that I did. If I didn't, I'm sorry, but I definitely will bring it up in the next video if I didn't. One other thing before I go. So, I was sitting there throwing around the question, oh, should I start doing like, PayPal or Cash App or whatever, because I want to upgrade my equipment. I want to upgrade, get like a camera, microphone or whatever, just so I can up the quality of the videos. Because at the end of the day, I want to give the best version of myself, the best version of my videos, my content or whatever. I feel that if people will take the time out to watch my videos, then I will damn sure take the time out to make sure that the video comes out the best way possible. So yeah, because of that, I'm going to be starting, like donations or whatever. If anyone wants to give anything towards new camera and mic and stuff like that, just kind of like, help me like upgrade like my equipment and stuff like that. And any money that I do get is going to be going towards YouTube stuff, either as camera or editing stuff or whatever. But definitely I want to get a camera. I want to get a better camera and a mic, because I know that in my past videos with my other tablet, the volume wasn't always on point. So yeah, if anyone wants to donate whatever they can, it is greatly appreciated and will go towards YouTube equipment as far as new camera. So yeah, that's gonna actually do it. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the comments, the questions, and stuff like that. And I don't know. Like I said, I enjoy doing this, and honestly, tell you the truth, the way I sit there and look at this, is that even when, one other question that I really want to know. So I was sitting there trying to look through days as far as because somebody said in the comment section that yesterday's episode was supposed to be the last episode before they went on break because of COVID. So what I'm sitting there trying to find out is, when is the last episode gonna be before they go on break? I remember with GH, somebody told me like Thursday or whatever, this Thursday is gonna be the last episode. So if anybody knows when the last episode is gonna be, please let me know. Because even though that the show is going to go on break and stuff like that, I'm still going to be talking about soap operas and stuff. If I talk about an old episode or a clip or whatever, or just some characters or whatever, I'm just going to sit there and still talk about it. So break or no break, this thing is still on. So anyway, that's going to do it. Again, let me know in the comment section what your thoughts on this episode, what your thoughts on my video. What your thoughts on as far as Cash App and stuff like that. I'm going to put my Cash App at the bottom. And let me know what you think. Have a good day, good night, depending on you watching this. Thank you so much for watching. Again.